Alright guys, why does that thing always show up? Alright, hold on, let me make sure my camera's right. Alright, I love that background, by the way. That's our fall background we always put up starting in September. I guess I'll get started here. Alright. Hi, my name is Daryl Phillips, owner of Noir Apologia Gaming, and what we do here is listen and talk. Today I just wanted to do what I normally do on Sundays, and I just want to give you guys a positive message to start your week. I hope everybody's weekend went well. Mine did not. Last night I had an awful night. I'm not going to get into the details, but let's just say I was in a lot of stomach pain, and today was no different. I almost didn't get on here today, but I think it's important to start your week well. Okay, and one thing I want to make sure is very clear that, like, just like my stories, I'm not here to get you to feel sorry for me. Okay, that's not why I talk about anything. However, what I do want you to see is that sometimes pain is a good thing. Hey, what's up, Lori? Howdy. I've had a lot of pain in my life. Right, and I know some people have had a lot of pain in their life. In fact, there's someone right now that I'm thinking about that is going to have a rough time starting tomorrow, and that's Megan. Megan, you guys have seen her come on here, and like I said, she's going to be going to a homeless shelter tomorrow. So, you know what I say to that? I say, fuck my pain. I'm going to get on here because of people like that. What good am I if I don't fight through it? If I don't learn from it? No, you're not really going to learn. You don't learn from pain in the same way you learn from other things. What you learn is about yourself. You're learning about yourself, not other people. Now, you can learn from other people's pain. I'm just saying that when you're going through pain, it's a practice thing. That sometimes you got to endure it. And today I had to endure it. Last night I had to endure it. Starting about 3 o'clock in the morning to 4:30. I'm surprised the cops weren't called. Really. I was screaming in absolute agony last night. I haven't had a moment like that since January of last year, so it doesn't happen very often, but when it does, it's awful. But I was talking to Denise before I got on here, and when I was texting her, and then I called her. One of the, and again, it's Sunday, it's God's day, so if you're atheistic, just at least try to gain something from this, okay? I know you don't want to hear about God. I'm not trying to convert you, all right? However, one of the more inspirational stories in the Bible is the story of Joseph. And without getting into all the details, he goes through all that pain and suffering, okay? And he has the wisest comment I've ever heard from anyone. It's something that gets me through my day sometimes. And there was a moment there at the end after their dad died. They were still so ashamed of what they had done to him that they thought maybe he would change his mind and get revenge on them and kill them. Well, that kind of hurt Joseph's feelings, really. And he said, look, he goes, yeah, what you guys did was evil. What you guys did was wrong. He goes, but look, who would have been here to help you had I not been here? God he took something evil and turned it into good. I look at my life a lot like that. No, I'm not Joseph. I am definitely not. I do not have his strength in that way. He was unbelievably faithful to God. I would never compare myself to him. But the same lesson can be learned from my life, actually. That what used to be evil in my life, what used to be my bad judgment, my inability to have good people around me, my want to always be around bad things. I just had this draw towards darkness. Well, I learned from all of that. And that's what I share with you guys now. That's what the information I give you guys now. There are worse things than going through physical pain. Even after having a day like night and a day like I did these last 2 days. Good, Denise. Even after having a night and a day like I did, in which if you would have shot me, I wouldn't have even got mad at you. It was so bad. The entire time I was in pain. This is how I am now. I know what I have to do. I know that I can't be in bed. I'm not going to get up and down. It's not right, Sophia. It's wrong. Now, Sophia has a day off clearly tomorrow, but it doesn't matter. It's not right for me to get up and down and wake her up every 5 seconds. So what I do is when I'm in like that, and I know that that's going to be one of my nights, I'll go outside and I try to sleep, or I will just sit outside because it's more comfortable for me to sit with my leg up. It presses against my stomach. It eases the burden of my stomach and the cramping and things that goes on inside me. And even as the whole entire time I'm damn near in tears, and sometimes I was crying just because I needed to. The whole entire time I tell myself it's just a moment, it's just a moment. And I've said this to you guys before, but it's literally, you're looking at this real time. Like right now, I'm better than I was, but I'm going to go to sleep as soon as this life is over. I'm exhausted. I am weak. I am tired. I haven't really eaten anything. I can't. I tried to eat ramen earlier and it's bad. So Daryl, what's your point? We all have our own pain and suffering. We all have our start of the week. Unfortunately, my Monday just started. So I got the Mondays today. It was an awful day, but I'm through it, and I will, in a couple days, it'll be better. I know what the problem is. And so the thought process is, these are the moments where I am at my weakest. I'm at my weakest physically. I'm at my weakest mentally. And this is where I actually think about quitting. Just so you guys know. This is where I start to question whether or not I can do this anymore. And I was telling this to Denise, that if I wasn't seeing signs that I was getting help from people like Denise, from people like Lori, those things like that, if I was just doing this by myself, I couldn't do this anymore. It's too much. It has nothing to do with you guys. It has to do with my physical health. But so long as I know that I can still do it and I'm getting help, I will do this forever, pain or not. And one might ask, now see, Tanya brought up a subject. Now Tanya's not going to be on tonight, I don't think. She's with a friend. She's with friends, and she works hard. Trust me, she deserves some time with her friends. But Tanya will see this later, and she'll verify this. Tanya was talking about being together, being a team. You learning how to be a team. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It probably isn't a surprise to some of you guys, because you guys can see it sometimes. I still have a problem working as a team, but not as bad as I used to. I do rely on other people. I rely on Denise's advice. I rely on her being on here and being my moderator. I rely on her to be there for me when she can. I mean, she doesn't have to be. Keep in mind, I don't pay anybody right now. But when I call Denise up an hour before my live and say, hey, Denise, this is what I'm going to be talking about today. What do you think? And it's got to get it off, kind of get it rolling so my mind's on it. I call Denise just about every day on this. Ask her. She's on here right now. And the reason why I do that is because she's useful that way. Because she can tweak something or whatever it is. And Tanya is now added to this. Tanya is, you have no idea what's coming. None of you do. She is a game changer. It's just like every day I go outside, usually after these lives, I will go outside and talk to Lori. I'll probably go out and talk to Lori for a little bit, for a minute anyway, after this live, in fact, if she wants to. But only for a moment, because I need to rest. I'm finished, okay? But I wanted to get on here tonight because I think it's valuable to have consistency. Remember, trust, time, consistency, and repetition. I want to be here every Sunday and every Saturday to end your week and begin your week, no matter how I'm feeling. And I try to do that. Because I think it's important to begin and end your week correctly. To think about it from a correct perspective. I'd like to end your week with thinking about what you did that week so you can get a better next week. That sort of thing. And same thing with the beginning of your week. I think it is a good thing to start out your week with the right thoughts in your head. Don't go to work already mad at your boss. Don't go to work going, God, I hate my boss. I hate my work. Then you're going to have a bad week. Why do you go to work like that? Stop it. I'm going to be honest with you. I know for a fact, I just know for a fact I'm not going to have a very good week already, physically. So I guess I'm not going to talk. So because I'm not going to have a good week, I guess I'm not going to get on here. I'm not going to get on Facebook Live, and I'm not going to get on Instagram Live, right? No. The only reason why you're ever going to know that is because I just now told you. I don't complain about it. I'll do nothing about it. It's because I need consistency. I need trust. You're never going to trust what I'm telling you because apparently, like I said, a lot of people have this philosophy, well, you don't have a degree, how can we trust what you say? Because I'm consistent, and you can look it up. You can test it out for yourself on small things. Test out the ingredients and the steps on small things. Go through it in your head. Don't just believe me either. I expect you to question me. It's a funny thing because, I know a lot about Scripture, about the Bible, and about religions and things like that. Now, even though I don't do that, I'm not a preacher or anything. I'm good at that, okay? One thing I know for a fact is the most amazing proof and I hate to say this to atheists. If you're an atheist, I apologize. One of the most amazing proofs that God is because God doesn't leave the Bible a closed book. God leaves the Bible so you can scrutinize it, so you can examine it, so you can question it. He wants you to question it so that you can come to the right solution. I want you to go, Daryl, I don't think the ingredients were... Like, I want you... This is what I beg for from people that don't ever get it. When I do a video and I talk about I want you to go, well, what if a person doesn't want to? I want you to question those things so that I can give you the answer properly, so you can examine that. How do we gain as people? I ask that question all the time. A lot of people in this country right now, and not just this country, Elon Musk is experiencing it, and the guy that got arrested, that was the creator and CEO of Telegram in Europe, for freedom of speech. It's under attack. So if you're not willing to speak up, you're going to lose it eventually. And then you won't be able to speak up, not without going to jail or worse. If you have something to say as part of a discussion, don't keep your mouth shut. My problem with a lot of people that talk to me is they want to change the subject. If you keep it on the subject, I love debate. You don't have to agree with me, because you're not going to change my mind. You have to come to me with evidence that I'm wrong. I don't have to believe you just because you're my friend or whatever. Same thing goes for you. But I present so much evidence of the things I talk about that I can't understand. I was listening to somebody, I'm not going to talk about politics tonight, but basically they're talking about they can't understand why people can't see what's going on with Kamala Harris. Because they don't want to. It's not, for example, an atheist or an agnostic. It's not that there's not proof that there's a God. There is much proof. That's what apologetics is about. That's why I named this Noir Apologia Gaming, because it's defense not just for Christianity, but for everything that life is about. To defend people with bipolar disorder. Apologia means defense. That's what we do. You can't defend something that there's no argument. I will defend my position with logic, with facts, and common sense. And if you don't want to think that way, that's your problem. But that's the way I think. So before you get into a week in which you've already decided that your week's going to be bad and your boss sucks, try to go into the week with something positive. I know it sounds frou-frou. Try to go into the week. Take Sophia. Sophia loves her friend Poppy. They hang out all the time. Poppy's cool as hell. She's a farmer, but yet she drives a Corvette. Now Poppy, before she was a nurse, was something else. She was something, I can't remember what Sophia says she was. But it's pretty cool. So she made her money and stuff. So Sophia loves going to work with Poppy. But the days Poppy's not there, yeah, her work is pretty bad. It's pretty miserable. Because her work is hard. It happens like that. Some days you're not going to always have a good day. How do you deal with it? You find some way to get through your day. I could have last night woke up Sophia, went, Sophia, please come talk to me while I'm in pain, and so she could have to watch me like that. That's fair. She doesn't do enough here. Sophia, let me throw some more on the frickin' plate. No, man. Only my closest friends know what goes on with me. Lori knows when I don't. But even in that case, I don't want to sit there and have a conversation about my health the entire time I'm with my friends. I want to talk about something else. But start your week well. Have want to. And if your day's bad, vent it out. If you don't got nobody to vent it out, here I am, right here every day, 8 o'clock. You can vent out your problems of your day. Every time. When I first start talking, that's when you vent it out, before I start getting into it. Really? When I ask you how your day is, I mean, how is your day? I mean, answer the damn question. That's when you vent. That's when you go, okay, Daryl, my day's bad, and you start talking. And you know what? If you start talking, maybe if like let's say Lori's had a bad day. If Lori starts venting out stuff, maybe me and Denise can help Lori. It's called a team, guys. You're not alone. Oh, wait, that's another ingredient. Taking advice. Contemplating on that advice. So when I'm done, or when Denise done, or so, even with Lori, if Lori's listening to you talk, and she gives you advice, open your ears and listen to it. You don't have to follow it. Think about what she's saying. If you need to tweak it and use some of the pieces of what she says, or what I say, or what Denise says, do it then. This ain't about mind control. This is about you fixing your life, getting through your day. You're not necessarily fixing your life when you're getting through a day, but some days are not good. So start out with that mind frame that I will get through this week. Why? Because I have want to. Maybe your want to is just to go to work and get home to your kids or your favorite show every day. Who cares? Use that as a want to. Use that as a way to get through your day. Like, okay, 5 more hours till this show's on. I used to do that all the time. I would suggest you use something else, but it's true though. And then as far as the steps are concerned, you should always be cleaning your house, even if you're a normal person. You shouldn't be letting anger and cess sit on your life. And if you have an important decision to make, you need to have that clear mind. So you have to clean your house. You have to have an open mind about everything, especially big decisions. And then you have to fill your house. What you're doing right now is filling your house with positive reinforcement. You're literally doing the second step right now. It's not that hard. People act like it's some sort of process. It is a process, especially when you're doing it to the level that I had to and that some people have to because of their life choices. And then, of course, is do something inside your box. Did I not just say you're going to work? If you're going to work, get better at the job you're at. And then maybe you can take that skill set that you're learning at your work and you can look outward, and then you can go to step 4, which is do something outside your box. And then guess what? Maybe you can get a new job and you don't have to complain about it anymore. Because you've learned a skill set over here. Then you can add it to your natural skills that you already have. See? It's not easy because it's not quite that easy. But it is easy to understand. I don't make it difficult to understand, y'all. But that is what it's about. And it's harder the worse problems you have. Like in my case, it's real easy for me to say that now that I'm changed, but it wasn't easy to get here. I love you guys, all of you, not just the ones on here. Yes, I know these people. I'm talking about whoever watches this stuff. If you've never met me, I'm a good guy. I really mean it when I care for you. This is no scam. Like, I'm not saying that you guys accuse me of that, but you know how it is. There's all sorts of people on there that say they can help you. Yeah, see? Listen to what Lori's saying there. Lori tells me that all the time. She didn't want to work. Lori, if you don't mind, I'm just going to tell just a little piece. It's useful. Lori wasn't a person that liked to work around women. Now she works around a bunch of women, and she loves it. It was a new thing, and she did it. So yes, You may find out you love something you never knew you would love. I told you guys this story. I've told it 1,000 times. In fact, it's in the video, my going outside my box video that I'll be putting up. I told Dwan to his face, I said, I don't want to be one of those graphic designer guys. Well, guess what? I'm a graphic designer guy, and much more than that. But do you understand what I'm saying? Like, you will, if you want to do something, you will do what you need to do, even the bad stuff. I didn't want to learn finances. It's all numbers. I don't want to learn none of that stuff. I do it now. And you know what's funny? I kind of like it now. It's crazy, right? So you never know. That's what I mean at the end of the videos when I say you never know what you might find out about yourself. Things that you thought you know what I figured out about people. It's not that we don't like something. It's that we don't think we can do it half the time. Half the time when we say I don't like something, it's because we're afraid to do it or we don't think we can do it. Seriously, I'm not saying all the time. Well, so when a person says it's not my thing, it means that they actually don't think they can do it. That's what that's interpreted as. Anybody can do anything. I'm dead serious. I have never bought into the idea that you have to be a certain sort of skill set. Yes, I understand some people are better at things than other people, but anybody can do anything. You're a human being, are you not? If it can be built by man, it can be torn down by man. And if it can be torn down by man, it can be built by man. You're a man or woman. Mankind. Okay, I get it. We live in a weird society. All right. I got it, ladies. It's mankind. But do you understand? So think about that this week. That I get on here and I just want you guys to have good days, good weeks. Oh, and ironically, today's the 1st. So it's also the start of a new month. I want you guys to know how much I care about you. I don't like it when I miss lives. I didn't like it that I missed a live on Friday. And I try not to do it. I do it because I want to talk to you. I want you to talk to me. I'm not doing this to hear myself speak. I don't have to do this at all. Right? I do this, like, when I go out and talk to... Do you think Lori comes up to my door and points a gun in my face and says, now come talk to me and have a cigarette, you asshole? I like talking to Lori. Do you think Denise from Brazil says I'm going to come over there and beat your ass if you don't talk to me on the phone? No. Would you think Tanya forced herself in my home yesterday with a gun and said, if you don't let me in your home, I'm going to kill you? No, I like talking to these people. They're good people, man. We're all good people here. Now, I would say to my personal closest people, Lori and Denise that are on here right now, and Tanya that will get on here later, and anybody else who sees this, and of course Sophia already knows this, but especially to my closest people, thank you for being there for me, and I hope I am there for you as best I can. But thank you for being there for me. Don't ever forget that I am so thankful for you guys' help. Lori, I'm thankful for you watching me when I freaking had a freaking stroke. And Denise watched me that week too. She got help get my mind going, talking about my life and my story. And Denise came and visit. Denise came all the way from Brazil to visit me on my birthday, man. As much as Denise frustrates me, half of her frustration is because she's still learning English, American colloquial English, so sometimes she don't understand what I say, and so sometimes she gets something I say wrong, or vice versa. It's okay. She'll learn in time. But she's welcome to my country. Denise is a Texan. I heard some more stuff about Brazil. Denise ain't a Brazilian. I don't care if she was born there. She don't believe nothing like those people. Those people are being oppressed right now. Yeah, it's Denise. I heard some more stuff about Brazil today. Bothers the fuck out of me, man. And I meant to talk to Denise about something that scares me, but I won't on here. I just hope Denise gets here as soon as possible. That's all I gotta say. Because I'm going to tell you now, Donald Trump, if he becomes president, ain't really going to like what your country's doing right now, Denise. And there's a possibility it may end up like a Cuba situation where people from Brazil won't be allowed to come to my country because of the crap that's going on. And I think that's so sad that it ever has to be that way. That people just cannot learn. That the governments, they've oppressed their people to the point where, like Cuba, people had to sneak out. And I hope that Brazil doesn't become like that. Because Denise, you will have a hard time leaving. That scares the shit out of me right there. I heard some stuff today that's just awful. But, you know, I'll help you as much as I can. As much as I can. But let's just hope and pray that don't happen. But I thank you guys for everything you guys do for me. But I want you guys to have a good week. I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to work for a little bit. I feel better. I'm glad I got to talk to you guys. I was so afraid I was going to have to cancel again today. But thank you for listening. Thank you all for believing in what I'm doing. Everybody. I love you guys. Be safe when you're traveling. Do not be stupid and drink and drive. I know that in the United States it's Labor Day. Stop it. Do not drink and drive. Stupido. Stupido. Don't be dumb. Don't be hitting people and hurting them. You know, that story I told you last night about the hockey player, that's awful. Day before their sister's wedding. What they did, that guy ruined everything for a lot of people just because he got in a car and drank. How many people you know do that? Be understanding of one another. Oh, be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of your surroundings at all times. Just make sure you're just aware of everything, but whether it be good or bad. You can mix good things too, not just bad things. Stay away from the bad. You go towards the good. Learn from everything, even the bad things. Be understanding of one another, not just from your perspective, but from theirs. You cannot possibly expect somebody to come to you if you're not willing to do the work and come to them. Remember, trust is a time, consistency, and a repetition thing. Trust cannot be earned in one day. I don't expect the people that come on here new to trust me in one day. But I know that the people that love me and care for me, they trust me. And if anybody new comes on here, by the way, if you guys ever want to know verification what kind of human being I am, you can ask Denise and you can ask Lori. I know Sean comes on here too sometimes too. And I know Dewan comes on here. Maggie comes on here. And of course Tanya. But I just met Tanya. But especially those ones. And Sophia too. I'm not fake. Nothing about me is fake. I try to be understanding of everybody. And I would ask everybody to pray for Megan. That is an awful situation and it's wrong. There's nothing I can do about it right now. Nothing. So she's going to be in a homeless shelter, and that's why I don't think anybody here has something to complain about. Not even me. Old woman in a homeless shelter. Great. I love our government. It's really great. It's shameful. But she doesn't have anybody else. So she watches my lives and stuff like that, and I try to be there to give her hope. And that's all I can do right now. It's terrible for me because I wish I could do more. And which goes into the next part. Be understanding of yourself. I cannot do more. There's nothing I can do. So I try to pray and I try to do the best I can to be there the best way I can be right now. And the best way I can be is be who I am now. And I hope that's good enough for people. And if it's not, there are other channels to watch. I'm as real as you get. Yes, Tanya, I'm the same person on here as I am when you meet me. I don't do fake stuff on here, you know. I want to be as open as I can with you guys. Something that the governments of the world should learn about transparency. I don't hide stuff. I'm probably too honest, to be honest. Remember, life is fleeting. You're not promised your next breath. Yeah, I know, Lori. It's an awful situation. It's in time, Lori. I got a plan. If you watch my live from last night, listen to what I said at the end. I have a financial plan for this. I'm going to be opening up. It's going to be a total of 4 Roth IRAs. One of them is going to be specifically to give people money once in a while. If I know a person like that's in trouble, I can't just not help, But I can't with my money right now. So, but remember, life is fleeting. You're not promised your next breath. So take now, go outside your box, learn something new, and you never know what you can learn about yourself. And until tomorrow, and tomorrow will be a special one because it's Labor Day for the people in the United States anyway. So Sophia will be home. I'm sure that's going to be fun. Sophia loves getting on here and messing with me. So, what a silly girl. But until tomorrow, may the Lord light guide you in all things. Goodbye.